Hi everybody, Mr. Search here. Mrs. Byrne and Mr. Cellini have graciously let me jump in and put together a short video here as we start to approach the end of the 6th grade iCompose project, so let's dive right in. To get started, this first video is just going to kind of be a review of what we did in the first and second rotations, just to make sure that you're all set for that. And then in the second video, we'll talk about how to expand and finish your full composition, your AB or ABA form composition. To get started, we're here in GarageBand, and the first thing with the work that we've done since the first rotation, which actually carried right over from when we were in school, are your genre explorations. As you can see here, I've got my 5 starter packs: rock, jazz, house, classical, orchestral, and world music. By the way, I have these numbered. You do not have to have them numbered. I simply did that so it was easier for the purposes of this demonstration. And then I did 2 more genres on my own. I did a country and then a funk, which is also referred to as vintage under the loops in Smart Instruments. I also have my template down here. Now you can ignore these right here for just a second. They're there for the demonstration. We'll be getting to those, but not right now. So I have the template, the blank template, and then I was able to complete my A section. When we left at the end of last rotation, we asked you to go ahead and prepare an A section. If you weren't clear on how to do that or you haven't done that yet, let me just run through that real quick. So to do it, remember, we encourage you to go ahead and duplicate your template, right? So now I'm going to open up the template duplicate, right? First thing I'm going to do is rename that. So again, for myself, I'm doing this number. So Mr. Search, and this is just going to be, I'm going to name this just my A section, right? Because I know this is going to be the start of my AB or my ABA. So I have that. So I've renamed that. Now let's open it up. Now, what I chose to do is, from my genre explorations, I really liked country. I actually had the most fun doing that one. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make the country part of that. I'm going to make the country the thing that I'm going to do for my main composition. So to make it easy on myself, what I did is I just came in here, I opened up the loops, and again, I went to genre. And let's see, there's country right there. So I'm going to choose country. And all of a sudden, I just get it narrowed down to a nice little 15 loops. Instead of thousands of loops, I down to these 15 loops here. Got some drums, got some mandolins and things like that. And I'm going to build my AB composition out of this. I'm sorry, my AB and my ABA composition out of this. Now remember, you don't have to do both of those. Again, we'll get to that a little later in the demo. So to do this, I like that cheerful mandolin 23. So to start my composition, I'm just going to come on down here and put it here. Now, I've done this. I'm just going to delete that track. That track was only there. The piano was only there as a holder track as part of the template. And I've got, let's see, perfect. I've got my mandolin. I've made it 8 measures long. I've got my cheerful mandolin. Now I'm going to go back into the loops here, and I'm going to start to add some of these other country loops and so on and so forth to make the composition. Now, I mentioned before that we have these other ones. I'm sort of using these so I can fast forward through this demo. So I'm going to jump to this one. Now, as you can see, I've got my cheerful mandolin 23 up at the top, and I chose several other of the loops from that. I've got a drum set in there. Then I went and I used the smart drums to record some hand claps. You'll see why in a minute. And I did some bass as well. So let's give this, and I did a fun little thing here where I added my own voice into this. So let's just give this a quick listen. And this is an example of my A section. All right, y'all clap your hands now. And I'm all set. And again, just by way of review, this is where we wanted to get up to. I have my completed A section, Mr. Search A section right here. And this is where we wanted you to get to by the end of the second rotation. I'm going to stop this tutorial video here. And if you need to go back and get that taken care of or something, I hope that this has helped you out a little bit. In the next one, we're going to go over these and how to expand that out to an AB composition or an ABA composition, whichever you choose.